What's good, y'all? It's your boy Need for She coming back with another episode of my debate show, Who You Got? And today I have another special guest on, somebody that I know very well. I brought in SJay. If you guys have seen any of my top 5 Fridays, my first I'm Just Reminiscing and everything like that, she has appeared on numerous things. So today I want to bring her on the debate because we've been having this talking debate for I don't know how long. We've been talking together, everything. We always had this debate of which one is better. And today we're gonna finally settle this with just a little going back and forth. And hopefully you guys can pick which side you want to be on and which side is the better side today. But as always, I'm gonna let everybody get to know SJ. Say what's up to the people for me a little bit.
What's up, everybody? I am the famous S Jizzle. Did you want me to say more?
Yeah, it's Jizzle. Yeah, that one's
I am S Jizzle.
it's just Jizzle.
That's my rapper name.
Nobody had that name in so long. I don't know. Let's just continue. Anyway, on this debate show, as you guys have seen, you've seen my previous episodes. Me and my guests, we picked a couple different topics or one big topic that we like to talk about. I hope you guys have watched the ones in the past when I did one with the NBA, the one I did with Fairly Odd Parents versus Jimmy Neutron, Batman versus Aquaman, and all the different ones. I got a lot of different ones out right now that you guys should go check out. But today we are going to talk about two shows that have been on for 15 plus years each. Mine is the one I'm thinking of is prop one is going on year 22, 23, I think. The other one, I forgot how many years that one's on, like 17, 16, 17, something like that. But if you guys know, you probably know which one we're going to talk about. So today on Who You Got, it's the debate between Who You Got, Criminal Minds or Law and Order SVU. And today we gonna get this debate started. So like everything else, I'm gonna let my guests go first. And SJ, today on who you got between Criminal Minds and Law and Order SVU.
Well, if you know me, you already know which I'm going to pick. It's Criminal Minds. Enough said, debate ended. I won. I don't even need to go into details. It's Criminal Minds. Like, even though I understand people like, no, SVU had more seasons. They had like, what, 21, 22 seasons. I think Criminal Minds had 15. Yes, I have seen every single episode several times. Will still sit there and watch it like I ain't never seen it before. Why I like Criminal Minds more than SVU? Don't get me wrong, I do like SVU. I will watch it. It's not something like I'm totally against. I just prefer Criminal Minds. One reason because Criminal Minds is not just based off being in one city. They travel all over. They go to Florida, Tennessee, Texas, California, Nevada, Mexico, Washington, New York. They just go all over the place. Wherever they're called, they go. I also like it because it's about serial killers. 9 times out of 10, the person who's the unsub has killed multiple people, more than one person, kidnapped a child, something like that. They've always done more than one crime. I'm fascinated with serial killers, not like obsessed with them, like some people are. Like in love, I'm not gonna go find them in jail and start writing love letters and visiting them and stuff like that. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not that obsessed, but they are fascinating. In my opinion, like how you can kill like multiple people over a long or short period of time and continue on like nothing is wrong. I just think that's really fascinating. I'm not crazy. I just like it. I took a serial killer class while I was at college at UT Martin. It was really fascinating. And then also like knowing how criminal minds talk about like people's behaviors and how that can contribute to like how they also found out who the killer is. They will study their behaviors and the way they act and the way they do stuff. type of victims that they pick and stuff like that. Like I said, SVU is cool, but it always starts off with that one person that was killed or whatever. 9 out of 10, there is some kind of rape or torture that was involved. And that's pretty much it. Like it's dry, it's boring. Like it's not as interesting as Criminal Minds. You got the characters in it, the people that play in them. Like you got the famous Derek, he's so fine. Even though like I think like what season 11 he left, and after that he wasn't in there no more. You got Penelope, who is their tech person. Anything she can find it. There's not nothing she can't find. She's really quick on the keyboards, all that stuff. And you got Reed, who's like a genius. Knows you can probably ask him any question in the world, he gonna know it. What else? I love how they also put like their personal lives into it also. So some of the episodes is featured strictly on them. I think like season 12, I think it was like that whole season was basically about Reed and him like going to jail. They had the episode with like Prentice when she got, supposedly she got killed, but she ended up coming back. You got the episode with JJ dealing with her son, and her boyfriend that turned into her husband. You got the episode about Hodge when his wife got killed. Derek had his own little episodes too, dealing with him and his fiance and their baby. Then you have Penelope doing her stuff. You got Rossi, all of them. So I just like Criminal Minds. I just think it's better than Law and Order. I know plenty of people are gonna argue back or have a good comeback, but I still say, in my opinion, Criminal Minds is better than Law and Order.
Mm-hmm. She was talking a lot. She did. She explained some stuff. She did. She did a little bit. But it's Law and Order SVU, and we're gonna go with that way. Because one, she said they don't go. They do travel to other states. They don't do it as often as them, but they do travel to other states.
Where they go?
They have traveled to.
Where they go?
They have what? They based in New York. They have traveled to New Jersey. Is New Jersey not a new state?
That's because they traveled only because that's still like that don't really count because that's still close.
No, but you said they don't travel to another state. New Jersey is another state. They have done that. They have actually went down the south. They went to Maryland before. They went down to DC before. They went down the East Coast before. So I don't want you to just be like, yeah, they just based in New York. No, majority, yes, but they have left. Okay, if we want to get to some people now.
Like I said, the Criminal Minds every episode.
I gave you your time to shine. I gave you your time. I gave you a nice time to debate this. So I'm gonna tell you this now. Who don't notice Miss Olivia Benson? What? Miss Olivia Benson and Elliot Stabler. They are the two some of the most recognizable criminal detectives in the world, and everybody knows that. Yes, everything. It's just like, okay, she said that it starts off the same way. Criminal Minds end up the same way every time. Just because the process of it is changed, that doesn't mean the template of it is the same. They find the answer. He might be 25, between the ages of 25 and 35 years old. White male. They do that every episode. So just because the type of crime is different, possibly. Well, no, most of the time, okay, I give Criminal Minds this. The type of thing changes, but at the same time, the template of how they find everything is the same. It's the same. It's just like how with SVU.
No, it's not.
No, like you said with SVU, if it
SVU is always about a sex crime victim. The person is always raped, molested.
Special victim unit. It's called SVU.
Exactly. So
it's called SVU.
You already know
okay, they deal with, and it's also special episodes where they're not even dealing with them that special victims. So it's always stuff like that. Now they always, excuse me, it always debate stuff like that. Now we talking about the tops. Oh, Captain Cragen, love Captain Cragen. What? Captain Cragen is that guy. You got Detective Benson, Olivia, who does. Olivia is running everything now. We got Stabler, who was that guy, and they delved into. See, I don't want to say that part either. They did delve into all of their families episodes. They all had episodes delve into their families.
I didn't say they didn't.
You just said what's the name? They debated the whole season, and Law
I
and Order
said
really
they
didn't do that.
did. I didn't say Law and Order didn't. I just said what I liked about Criminal Minds.
And
I didn't say SVU didn't do that.
because they
I know
did.
they did. They had the whole episode where Olivia Benson had the little boy that she adopted, and the woman came and stole him. They had the whole episode. I didn't say nothing about the Criminal Minds.
And then they have. I know for a fact that we delved into Stable Life was in every episode almost because his wife and 4 kids, Tutuola, Ice-T with his son being the way he is, so you got to deal with that. Cragen and his drinking habits. Then the DAs, the district attorneys always played a pivotal role in this as well. So the district attorneys that we had in there also enhanced the TV show. Some of the best episodes I've seen dealing with. I remember one episode that was dealing with twins, and they was identical twins, and they was seeing a counselor, but the counselor was, for some reason, it was a sex counselor they were seeing, and they don't know why, but they are so close to each other, and they was wondering why they were so close to each other and everything like that. Come to find out, one was a boy, one was a girl. Come to find out, they both were born boys, but they didn't tell her. She had surgery when she was a kid. They didn't tell her. So she's been growing up a girl the whole time, but she felt like she was a boy. And the counselor used to have them, role play, touch each other and all this stuff. So it was a whole bunch of different things going into it. Yeah, it was one of them bad ones. But they when you got counselor what's the name, privilege, they can't say nothing. When you got counselor, even if they're minors, they're still dealing with the kids. You can't tell the parents that. They still, our session is our session. So you still can't, privilege and everything like that. So she eventually, one of the Law and Order counselors, she found out what was going on and everything like that. And you can't, it's unethical. You can't, what's the name? You can't spread that out. You can't say what's going on. You can't tell her that because it's client counselor privilege. So you can't tell. And she told anyway, of course, she got her stuff snatched and everything like that. But what happened was, so the girl twin ended up stopped taking the medicine and everything and wanted to get converted back to a boy. So they did all of that. And what happened was they ended up killing the counselor. One of them ended up killing the counselor, but don't nobody know who. Because they both identical twins. And right when she stopped taking the estrogen and everything like that, all of that was flushed out of the system. So she ain't had no choice. So now they're identical twins. So you don't know which one did it because the other one covered for the other one while the other one did it. And their face wasn't shown on the camera. So they had a hood on so you couldn't tell which one was which. So they came up with the perfect crime. One of them killed them and both of them said they did it. But the other one also covered for them, said he wasn't there, she wasn't there. And there's no recollection. Nobody knows which one was there. And plus no DNA was found. It's a lot to deal with. And I like the fact that Law and Order, it deals with rape, murder, molestation. But the thing that I would give, another thing I would give Law and Order, they deal with things that are, I would say, more prevalent that need to be spoken about, I guess, or they delve into the big stuff: murder, rape, molestation, sex trafficking. They deal with all of that. They also deal with illegal animal tracking, like animal. They did all of that. So I like the concept of what they're doing. Now I have watched some episodes of Criminal Minds. Excuse me. I'm not saying Criminal Minds is a bad show. Of course not. I'm not saying it's a bad show. It's actually is a pretty interesting show. So I will give that, because I do like the concept of going out of state, going state to state, just find wherever is the thing. I do enjoy that because that would seem a little bit more adventurous to travel out to all these different places and stuff like that. But I just love how they both kind of had the same concept, family concept of all of them together. So they just where you go with each other is just different. But though that dynamic between Elliot and Olivia, I just can't. I just it's hard for me to even see anything else better than those two. So I mean, I got to get into Law and Order. SVU. That's one. It's just one of them ones. That's just like she said. That's just her feeling. She was like, "Ain't nothing wrong with SVU. I just prefer Criminal Minds." I'm saying, wait, there's nothing wrong with Criminal Minds, but my preference is always gonna be SVU, especially those early episode days. Because eventually, just like she said, a couple of people start going off, leaving the seasons and stuff like that. Now you got the newer people. Same way with Law and Order. After a while, I haven't kept up with it as much as I used to, because when Stabler left and then Cragen left and all that, then it's new people. I really ain't caught into that concept that much. And then the 3D district attorneys, all of them was different on Law and Order. Uh, Alexander Cabot was one, and then they had the drunk DA, the one that was drunk all the time, and they had what was the other one? I forgot the other one name that quick. It was three of them, and they all.
Alex.
I know Alex. It was.
I remember the other ones.
Yeah, and I remember the drunk one was the third one because the first one was it wasn't
that
Alex.
Black lady.
Was
that Black lady?
No, it was a white lady. It was a white lady. She used to push the envelope all the time. Then she showed up to court drunk a couple of times before. The judge just looking at her like, bruh. Like, bro.
I can tell you've been drinking and like you come to court.
Like, you come to court and you can see she doing like this, slurring her words, and Olivia them didn't like what she was doing anyway. And she was like, give me breathalyzer, put in, and she 0.7 or something like that. It was like, bro, you passed drunk. And then also he had dealing with corrupt judges in the shows as well too, dealing with judges that got hidden agendas, got people that's on the payroll. And the main thing that is great about Law and Order is the courtroom. Seeing both sides of the argument from the DA side and the defendant side, seeing it from both sides, because when you listen, sometimes the defendant be having a point. They be having a point. What you did to go about it was wrong, but they point. Some of them be thinking like Thanos. Like Thanos was wrong. We understand what Thanos did to everybody was wrong.
Did not just compare these folks to Thanos though.
Because what he did was wrong. We know what he did. Mass killing. You can't kill everybody. But what he was actually saying really kind of went wrong. We using too much of the earth. We using too much of the Earth's population, and we gonna run into the ground and everybody gonna die. So let me go ahead and do what nobody else want to do. Let me go ahead and cut half. You ever listen to the
make that relate to SVU?
No, I'm saying the concept of just because what they did was wrong, what their whole mindset wasn't totally wrong. What they did about it was wrong. Now don't get me wrong. Rape, murder, all that, none of that's good. None of that's good. But and with him killing people, of course, you don't want to kill people. But his message was, we using all of our resources up and ain't nobody gonna be here. First of all, I don't know why he said us, because he's nowhere near Earth. He's like, yeah, y'all using up all the resources and I can save every planet. I was like, yeah. But Law and Order, that's gonna be mine. I gotta take that one. Her with the Criminal Minds, trust me, every time I'm going up front or I'm in the bag and I come back, I was like, what you watching? Look, Criminal Minds. I already said. First of all, she was looking at me this way and I was looking at her and I just clicked a random one and the scene ain't even started yet. She heard the music come on. She was like, oh, this is the episode where the kid got shot, or where the kids get shot in the in the alley and all that. What, kids get shot in the alley? How you know this? And sure enough, not 30 seconds later, kid, boom, shot. And I was like, bruh. It's crazy how in depth she knows. I can go to season 4, episode 9, 10 minutes, and I can guarantee you she gonna know exactly what episode that is.
Just said I've seen every now only on Netflix. Season 1 through 12 is on Netflix.
Yeah, anything after that she ain't getting.
The other 3, I do have it. The other 3 are on Amazon. I've watched the ones on Amazon, but not as much not as much as I watched ones on Netflix. So season 1 through 12, I've literally seen every episode, probably about going on like maybe 12 times now. I think I'm rewatching it again for the 12th time. So of course I know every episode.
And still be like, what? What happened?
And still be shocked when I find out who the killer is.
That's terrible.
But
you've heard me and her debate today. You've seen her side. You've seen my side. And at the end of the day, it don't matter whose side you on. Of course, it's gonna be mine because hers is irrelevant. So at the same time, I appreciate everybody that stayed in tune for this video on who you got. And today the debate was Criminal Minds versus Law and Order SVU. To all the people that watch all the criminal shows out there, please comment below some new criminal shows that we should look at, or different type of NYPD. They got like 15, 20 criminal shows, NYPD, CSI. They got all this stuff.
What's the other one I was just watching?
Los Angeles. What's the name? Los Angeles. It was something. It was
LA's Finest.
LA's Finest. It was a spin-off
with Gabby Union, like the spinoff of Bad Boys.
She was
give me other shows to watch. Somebody told me watch Station something. I can't think of what it is. The Station something. Things like 911. Somebody else told me SWAT. It's a lot I'm gonna have to check out, but I always end up going back to Criminal Minds and watching it again. I tried. I'm gonna try.
We treat LL Cool J just like Ice-T. These folks they've been playing a officer for 15 years, 20 years. LL Cool J been on NCIS, or was it NCIS? I think it is NCIS. He been on that show for so long. He come in, he the same one. Ice-T been a cop. He made a song said F the police, and now he been a cop for 15 years. But it don't matter, man. They cutting that check, I'll be one too. So at the end of the day, right, they cutting that check. I mean, because I heard Olivia Benson was making $500,000 an episode. So if you got 22 episode season, you already know she ranking up.
I believe it.
So to everybody out there, drop in the comments who you got between Criminal Minds and Law and Order SVU. Also drop some more criminal shows, or even shows that you think we should just check out. Just drop those in the comments below. And this has been another episode of Who You Got. I want to thank SJay for coming on and talking a debate that we've been debating for a long time. We talk about it all the time. Now we giving it out to the people, and we want y'all to check this out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Giveaway winner will be announced Friday on Top 5 Friday. So you guys, please stay tuned in. And once again, I'll see you again next week on another episode of Who You Got. You feel me?